All right, today we're going to go over Days of Wine and Roses. That's page 125 in the book, Henry Mancini. And I go by step, just like I do every tune in this book. And we go through the melody first, the chords, put it together. I transcribe the best way I can and put it together, the McCoy Tyner version from his Ballads record. So, highly suggest you check it out. And then after that, part 5 is where I arrange it to be a mid-tempo swing. So something like Red Garland style. But in this case, you should be able to get a good idea and understanding on how to approach this tune. I'm not going to go over the first parts. I'm going to leave that for some other videos. But if you don't have the book and you're seeing this video, you can get the book for free by joining my Patreon account. So, I have different tiers, and any of the tiers have it available. It'll just be available through a download link right there. Just download it, and you can follow along with a lot of my videos. You can pull up Days of Wine and Roses. I'm going to go to part 4. There's one thing that's a little bit different that McCoy does that I actually really like, and that's on the second half of the tune when he goes up to the B minor 7 chord. Then he goes down to a B flat minor 7, the E flat 7, and then the A minor. And I think that's pretty slick. Like it's not normal to do it that way. Let's just put it like that. Right here. That right there. So I just wanted to note that. And also in the beginning of the tune, it can be played two different ways. Like I've heard this F major and then going to E flat dominant. But I think traditionally it's F major, E flat major. I believe so. And I think in McCoy's he kind of does it both ways. This is not an exact transcription, by the way. I just had to put something together, but it's pretty close. He's playing a lot like octaves or in the upper register the first time around. And the second time around, I would say the second 16 bars, he brings it down an octave, the melody I'm talking about. So, it's up there. And it's like soft. It has a delicacy to it. So when you approach your left hand, try not to bang out those voicings. It's going to be weird. It's not going to sound correct. So what I suggest doing is focusing on your right hand, getting that together in the ballad, adding the left hand very soft, and try to make it a drastic difference. Like with that exercise, it's going to help you gain a little control over your volume of your hands. right there, you can open it up and bring in the bass. And I would encourage you to play this melody in different ways. What I mean by that is you would play the melody, but with more of the shell voicings and kind of a rooted style here. And that'll fill it out, especially if you're doing it solo piano. But if not, you're playing with a band, feel free to just use this arrangement. Now, when you take your improv, you can use these chords. Yeah, some of this book is edited so that you can use the left-hand chord changes to do exactly that. Use it in your improv. Yeah, so once you start improving in the middle part of the piano, you're going to have to move your left hand down. And when you do that, as you can see from some of my other videos, you got to use your shell voicings. And so doing that with this tune is also a great idea. Practice that. So I'm going to start giving a little example of that. My left hand is doing more of a shell voicing idea. So I'm just messing around a little bit there, but just to give you a little idea, you can still do that with the bass player, and it'll sound great. Also try maybe using some of these chords in your right hand for improv. That's perfectly fine. So what you're doing is you're taking, instead of playing this voicing with your left hand, this voicing, this voicing, this voicing, I'm putting shells in my left. And then I'm going to use these voicings in my right hand. And right away, you can see how some of these notes work beautifully. Now, voice leading is important in that case, but if you're at that point where you're looking for more notes to play over the chord changes, this is a good way to do it. Shells are important. So now let's move on to part 5 of Days of Wine and Roses. And this one obviously has more of a tempo, faster tempo, because it's a mid-tempo swing. But I'm thinking Red Garland. That's the first thing I think of. So in this arrangement, I have a specific left-hand comping pattern that can get you used to the sound. I think this is a kind of a generic way of getting around the melody because I wanted to shape it around what your left hand would be doing. So run through the right hand because this is a new melody or a new way of playing it, and then run through your left hand. And when you put it together, it sounds a little like this. that's about what we have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Days of Wine and Roses. Check out the book. If you have any questions, just email me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you all. Really appreciate you. Keep practicing and see you soon.